We're at the Mobile Europe and European Communications Network Functions Virtualization Roundtable. I'm delighted to be joined by Nik Stankau from Red Hat. Nik, it's great to see you.
Pleasure being here, thank you.
So what role is Red Hat playing within network functions virtualization?
Red Hat is providing a piece of the puzzle, as we would say. It enables the carrier to kind of separate the network functions in a virtualization layer. So we provide the OpenStack distribution for network function virtualization. That provides for the carrier the possibility to have an integrated or to have an abstraction layer for their network functions, so they can separate the hardware and the virtual network functions, the software. They can choose their vendors, so we're going a little bit not against the proprietary stacks, but giving the choice to the carriers for the next generation networks.
What are the areas that you feel are hindering carriers from NFV adoption?
There are a couple of topics that when we discuss with carriers the adoption of NFV that come across. One is the security topic, a really important one. It not only includes the internal security of the telco network as such, but also goes into the regulators, the cybersecurity agencies, that we need to jointly work with in order to make sure that this new technology is accepted not only in the market but also by the government and regulatory institutions. A second one is the topic of MANO and orchestration. So how do you initiate the different BNFs? How do you have a continuous life cycle integrated into that? We currently have two different open source initiatives. One is OSM, initiated by Telefonica and run by, I think, Etsy that was. The other one is ONAP from AT&T and China Mobile, run by the Linux Foundation. So two open source projects that kind of try to evolve into this MANO orchestration engine. We're not there yet. It is nothing that you know, it can be implemented in production, but we see very little deployment. A lot of people look at this, they don't know where it's going, left or right. This is where we get questions on where do we see this happening, how do we support that. A third thing that we also see is skill sets. So how do I attract, retain talent, but how can I get the skill set in-house in order to be able to build these complex networks? And as I said, you know, we've got 5 different layers of different partners. How do I integrate and work with the partners together to provide a sustainable operation model for this? And these are just 3 basic challenges that we see that carriers are faced with when they want to introduce NFV.
And what is Red Hat doing to help them overcome this?
Well, what we try to do is we try to help by, first of all, listening. Second of all is we work with the standardization bodies like Etsy, but also support OPNFV or Open Daylight. We work with the network equipment provider community, with the independent software vendors, the ISVs together, to formulate and better understand the telco-specific use cases and problems, to translate them into a language that the open source community can develop code against. Then we provide technology like OpenStack for the NFV virtualization platform, OpenShift for a PaaS container-based runtime environment, or Ansible as an automation engine to support in the different areas with our pieces of technology. That gives the carrier the benefit of having an interoperable platform, a little bit like Lego bricks, you know, where you can choose your vendors that give them the possibility to have an interoperable network and also choose the players and the partners that they work with.